My name is Jessica Dunlop. I live on the island of Ivica in the Balearics. I'm growing heritage and local variety grains on 34 hectares of seeded land. It's hard to think of Can Purtell as a farm. I have no infrastructure and no livestock. I focus on plant-based fertility and biodiverse growing. I started in the end of 2020 with a field that had been out of use for 20 years. And since then have taken on more fields. The island has suffered a great loss of farming over the last 60 years in favour of tourism. 25,000 hectares of land has been abandoned and 25,000 head of sheep. My aim was to put farmland in disuse back into nature-friendly production in a financially viable way. I take the wheat to Formentera to mill. There's no processing infrastructure on the island. And I sell direct to bakers and restaurants. This gives me a good return on my grain, and I get direct feedback from the bakers on which varieties are working best for them, how they'd like them sifted, and how much they're using. Because I'm working with smaller field sizes of 4.5 to 5 hectares, I can be very diverse with my planting and grow to demand. I'm standing in a field that's around 5.5 hectares. It was out of use for 70 years. On this side of the field, there's small, narrow fascias with some spontaneous hedgerows that have cropped up in the field margins. And on this side, I've planted 4 different local variety wheats for seed multiplication. And on this side of the field, this has been with a 22 species herbal ley for the last 3 or 4 years. I'm not sure how many it is now, to improve the soil health. And as you can see, it's looking pretty good. You can see there's a difference in colour of this soil with the soil on the other side, and it's smelling really good, and it's got some nice aggregation. And I'm really looking forward to planting a population wheat that I started with last year on this side of the field, along with some Persian clover, which I haven't used before, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out. I'm applying for top 50 farmers because a friend who I admire and respect nominated me. So in good faith, I'm making the application and looking forward to connect with growers of local and heritage grains across EU and UK who are trialing and new practices and methodologies for knowledge sharing and peer-to-peer learning. I'm a new entrant, so I've got lots to learn, but as Bayo Akomolafe says, let us meet in fields beyond right or wrong.